Why does Yoshi sound like that? So yeah. Controller, please work. There we go. Yeah, Tetris Attack. Although in Japan it was panel de pong. I don't know why they changed it. And basically, all they changed is that this is Yoshi and Friends. Whereas the original was like magical girl stuff. Do stage clear because it's the like story mode. Never mind. I went to the wrong place. But this is up there with like first games I ever played. But I'm still pretty sure the very, very first game I ever played was Link to the Past. What was it? Versus, that's the one. Crap. I remember. Super Nintendo controller has weird setup, so while I'm not the greatest at this, I will still just do it on hard. Howdy there, and welcome back to Yoshi's Island. Oh no, Bowser and his friends are at it once again. Using magic, he started the rains, a regular deluge. He even cast a spell on most of my friends. Nothing is done, the world will be flooded. Luckily, his spell didn't work on me. I figured out how to remove the spell. Time has come to defeat Bowser and his cronies. I'm free. So yeah, the original uses, I think, basically the same backgrounds and everything, but again, it's not Yoshi and Friends, it's some magical girl stuff. I don't know if they were made explicitly for the original version of this game, or if it's some other property that I just don't know. And this is the kind of Tetris I grew up with, not actual Tetris. It's the one my parents played when I was a kid. And with as much time as I've technically had to play it, you think I'd be better at this. I'm not that good. So, I'll explain it more in the next match. But now we've freed Lakitu and Goonie. Poor guy. Glacial Stage, Bumpty and Dr. Freezegood. So you move around and you swap the position of the two blocks your cursor is on. In the versus mode, if you match 4 or more, or do a combo, you drop garbage onto the enemy. A combo is when 3 or more blocks connect after other blocks clear out. They're a lot stronger than just matching, but they take a little bit of finesse to consistently set up. And if you just match 3, you only get points, you don't drop garbage, but it can still clear garbage from your side. Garbage cleared when something is cleared touching it. You can speed up. I have no idea how the first one went so fast. This is more of what I was expecting. And the match is over once one side has all their blocks reach the ceiling. Poochie and Grinder. Although I could have sworn the monkey's name was Uki. The larger a combo you drop on them, the more it takes to clear it. Like a ×3 combo will then contain the brick for a ×2, but a ×4 will contain a ×3, and so on. And I gotta say, it's probably just nostalgia talking, but I love the music in this game. And how it's able to go from chill to tense so well. Flying Wiggler and Ego Dill. Like I said, I am not very good at this game. But what I think is even funnier than them randomly switching over to Yoshi for the American release of this game, is that it's also on the N64. However, they decided not to bring back Yoshi, because I guess Yoshi wasn't doing too good in popularity at that time. So instead they did Pokemon. But not just any Pokemon. The anime. Where I'm pretty sure it's the only instance of the Pokemon anime being in... Well, no, I guess. It was the first instance of the Pokemon anime being in a video game. Ego Dill. I'm free. That's not a Wiggler anyways, that was a Flutter. Froggy and Claw Daddy. Right. I should probably take a minute to reconfigure my controller setup so I can actually be using D-pad instead of just control stick, because control stick does not have the same accuracy you want on hotkeys. Left, down, and right. Joystick does not have the same accuracy that you want for this kind of game. And an easy way to get some combos is when you clear garbage, if it happens to land on to complete something after clearing garbage, then it counts as a combo, even though it's usually a lot easier to set up. So the metal blocks produce garbage even when you only put 3 of them in, and the garbage produced is special in that it won't chain clear non-metal garbage through it. It's also a lot more rare than other blocks. And I think this was kind of early in the SNES life cycle because, as you may have noticed, it uses passwords, not a save system. Gargantua Blarg and Flamer Guy. So, if you want to get back to where you were, you had to manually input your password from the start screen, and it would bring you back, rather than a nice convenient save, because limitations of the hardware. Second off. Sorry, not super chatty right now. Trying to focus. I remember more of my parents playing this when I was real little than I do of me playing it. Like, while the earliest memory I have is from when I was 3, sometime when I was like 4, I think, I remember being up in the middle of the night, it was probably not the middle of the night, it was probably like middle of winter, so it got dark out early. And just sitting watching my parents play this on the TV. Totally meant to do that. Oh. Ooh. Oops. Time does stop briefly while things are clearing on your side. The more blocks that you're clearing out, the longer, but we're talking like fractions of a second. Maybe like 2 or 3 seconds at most for really good combos. space. Ah, darn. And there we go. Fish fried. And unfortunately, I'm going to be talking less and less as it progresses, because it's just going to get harder and harder. Now on to Raphael the Raven and Shy Guy. At one point, I almost questioned why they went with Yoshi. Hold on, I actually need to reset it again. Because, wouldn't you know it, headset died around the same time. Yeah. Okay, back to normal. Okay. No. Versus password. Alright, our password is S M. Oh, sorry. Super Mario Red L 7 junk. Okay. And just like that, we're back to where we started. Passwords. Rather than have to try and do a save. I think that is one of the very few cases where the password system beats out a save. Because this would have still been the time of manual saves, so I would have lost even more progress. I'm just a little early on that. Oh, and I don't know if I said when I was talking about the metal blocks earlier, they cannot appear out of garbage. They can only come from your own screen. Totally on purpose. I'm free. Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're all back to normal. Okay, now that we are back together once again, let's go kick Bowser's tail out of our home. Also, I would like to point out that Yoshi can turn into a star, apparently. In Mount Wickedness. What I was trying to say is, I'd like to point out that Yoshi talks like a cowboy. Saying howdy. And such. Now, this was a part I remember thinking was kind of cool as a kid. Not Hookbill the Koopa specifically, but Hookbill the Koopa. How can't this be? How is everyone free? Well, too bad. I'm just gonna have to stomp ya. We're free the spell. Let us fight for you. You get to choose who to play with as. What does it change? Your background. That's it. Oh, and I guess the little icon right here. Oh, and I guess the sound bites, but it doesn't. You don't get any advantage or disadvantage from who you choose. Is what I was trying to make apparent. You don't see Hookbill the Koopa anymore. Closest we get what I thought it was Can't See Koopa, but that's Paper Mario, like, exclusively, I think. Okay. So, now that we're in the stage where you're choosing who you're playing as, they are also your lives. How'd I lose? Shoot. Anytime you lose, the friend you were playing with fucking dies. Naval Piranha. You fools! Do I have to teach you the penalty for removing the spell? You get to come for supper. My supper. My dog barking in the background. So if we lose with Frog, Frog is fucking dead. And my dog is still barking in the background. I don't know why the piranha plant sounds like that. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, sorry about that. My dog was just letting the world know that my neighbors just did the unspeakable crime of pulling their own car into their own driveway. And there goes Naval Piranha. I bet he's not even been on a boat before. Frog. Huh? How could this have happened? Ah. Forward facing Yoshi. Truly cursed. Kamek and Kamek's Toadies. What? How dare you interfere with one of my spells? Toadies, get that Yoshi. Frog, get them toads. I don't remember didn't remember any of the voice lines that they used, but I definitely didn't remember Kamek saying Hocus Pocus. That one. Okay. What else has been going on lately? So, helped my brother get ready to move. Yes, he had to move too. It's just been one of those summers, I guess. Except, unlike everyone else, he moved across the country. So, me helping move was just helping him get the truck loaded up and such. I did not want to make the multi-day journey with him. There we go, Kamek. Kamek's fucking dead. Did I really lose? Yep. Hocus Pocus, stop this insanity! Oh, it's getting dark and spooky, you know what that means. It's King Koopa. He's huge. Last stage, Bowser. Who is it? Who dares wake me from my nap? What? You mean you dare challenge me? What a joke. Why do you bother, silly little one? Now taste the bitterness of my wrath. Frog. I may end up losing Frog here. Because Bows. I also like that you can tell this is early on before they had voices for what they had an idea of what they wanted Bowser to sound like. So he just kind of roars. Is just large predatory animal. Ah, shit. Although I will say Bowser's theme here is kinda silly compared to the rest. I'm sorry, Frog. Ribbit, ribbit, no more ribbit. Frog has fucking died. See, can no longer be Frog. Fish. Fish. It's not the same without all the ribbits. So, the higher difficulty computers will speed up, will advance their blocks a lot. Never enough to outright kill themselves, but it does make their greed easy to capitalize on. But I'd be lying if I said I ever look at their board. My eyes are on my problems at all times. Ah, shit. Shit. Yeah, when the blocks start sinking down and looking all sad, you're basically already dead. Ain't gonna fight no more. I need a nap. Fish is fucking dead. Okay, who's next gonna die? Flutter. Ah, shit. Yay! The flutter killed the bows. Thank you for your sacrifice, Froggy and Fish. I'll return soon to teach you once and for all. Joking on my drink. Good job, Josh. I mean, Yoshi. How nice it is. I just can't wait till tomorrow. I'll get to float again among the lovely flowers. Wait a moment. Who's coming? It's Yellow Yoshi. Youch. Oh my, if it isn't little Yoshi. Yoo-hoo, it's little Yoshi. Let's go play. Hey, you Koopa. I can beat you. Bring it on. Don't worry about Bowser, little one. What? Please say you're kidding me. It's not fair. I was gonna show you how cool I am. Woof woof. You can depend on me, Aru. That little Yoshi, he's so cool. Oh well, I guess it's okay. I don't have to be the star every time. Now I can just sit back and relax. Caw, little Yoshi's it. Little Yoshi's it. I'm not afraid of the big bad Bowser. We have defeated Bowser, but he's surely not beaten. We've only kicked him out, for now. The Koopa King is crafty and very stubborn. I'm sure he'll be back, and soon. Please tell me that you're only kidding. I like having our friends all back, except Frog and Fish. Tell me, how can we defeat him for good? Well, I have an idea. I think the only way is if we try again. But this time, we can't continue. Anyone else can continue, but not me. I can't do it. So, Tetris Attack. I think that's saying beat it again without using continues. But what I think is weirdest about the difference between Tetris Attack and Panel de Pon, even though they are the same game just with different coats of paint on them, um, they didn't port this to the Switch's Virtual Console. They ported Panel de Pon. They did not translate it, so it's still only in Japanese. But they didn't put the actual English release of the game onto the Virtual Console for English consoles. Mary Kokoma. Like I had said before, I didn't grow up playing real Tetris. This is the Tetris I thought of when I was a kid and someone would bring it up. Tetris Attack was the Tetris I knew. I know it's not Tetris, it's not Tetris at all. There is another Tetris game I vaguely remember playing as a kid, but again, it wasn't actual Tetris. I think years later I looked it up. It's like Tetris Adventure or something something like that for the PS1. I think we still have a copy of it somewhere. Maybe one day I'll stream it. But I remember very, very little of that game, whereas I remember almost all of this game. And I know exactly where this cartridge is. It's up on my shelf. I can see it from here. It's in rough shape, but it's the last I checked, it still runs. Special thanks to these guys. Number 2. Another weird relic from this game, or technically it's from the other version paneled upon. Super Smash Bros. The flower item, the one that you hit someone with and turns them into it adds flour onto their head. It's called a lipstick, and it comes from paneled upon. No, it doesn't serve any purpose in that game. It's just that the character Lip holds it, therefore it is Lips Stick. At least I think that's how it goes. Again, I have no idea if the characters in Paneled Upon existed before this or they were created specifically for this game. I do not know. And either way, I don't know if they were ever used in anything again. Team Battle Clash. $1995. What a terrible year. 31 years ago. God, I'm getting old. Play the hardest level. Choose one player verse mode on the level select screen. Put the cursor on hard, press and hold. Excuse me. Press and hold the L button up on the control pad and then press the A button. Do it right and the screen turns red. So, new game, hard, L, up, and A, yep. Howdy there, welcome back to Yoshi's Island. Oh no, we're gonna skip to the next fight. I don't think I'm going to go all the way through on super hard. Even though it doesn't say it's hard, a different difficulty than hard, it is. I mean, look, this is the first one, and while I'm not struggle bussing, it is still taking a while. And it's the first level. Hiccup. Hey, he died. Excuse me. Throat's still messed up from choking. Act 2. So you have to get through to the bosses without losing once for Yoshi's plan to work, and then you have to not risk Yoshi. There we go. So yeah, I guess if I make it all the way to the bosses without having to continue, then I'll try to finish it, but if I have to get a continue, then we're gonna check out one of the other game modes. Also, I don't think this is the... Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think this is the same exact version I have sitting on my shelf. And it's only because I vaguely remember there being, like, motion or something in the background. Like, I vaguely remember the monkey eating an apple. Is basically what it all boils down to. Ah, damn it. I might be misremembering, though. It's very possible. I might also be thinking of a different game mode on here. Good job. These damn hiccups from nearly choking. Come on. I don't know what that landed on, but sure. I miss Frog. Sometimes it seems like he's still here. Like I can still hear him riveting. It's like he's still here. But we have to let him go. It was totally my fault he died. But we have to move on. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. Oh hey Frog, you're still alive. How about that? Blarg. I don't remember what Blarg's little friend is. Aw. Come on. Thank you. Let's get a little bit more. Again, sorry for minimal commentary. In addition to not have a ton to say at the moment, trying to focus. And my throat hurt is still a bit fucked up from choking on my drink. There we go. Blarg and friend. Blarg and Pyro guy, I think is what they are. They are. Gargantua, Blarg, and Flamer guy. I'm free. Hey, look, a fish. I wonder if he knew fish before fish died. Damn it. Didn't notice that other blue up there. Shit. Come on. Oh no. I think Fish is coming back for his revenge. Yep. Oh well. Can't continue if we want to get the actual ending. That's fine though. We'll do puzzle for a little bit. So in puzzle, point is you get a certain number of moves up there in the count box, and you have to clear all the blocks on the screen. I am going to be... Where is... Oh, okay, let's see what I have to do. Hotkeys. Especially for these early ones, we're just gonna speed through a lot of them. That's how it's done. Two moves to do... no. Overthought that one a little bit. This is probably where I remember the monkey eating something, and it's the monkey on the left. He eats his fruit when he's happy and shit's happening. While I think I've done all of the puzzles before, as an adult, I don't remember all of their solutions. So, keep that in mind. Nope, that's not it. I remember playing through the puzzle mode as a kid, and sadly, I think I'd get stumped just about this section each time, too. Yeah, we're gonna call that good. Stage clear, which I almost started with. In later versions of the game, it's called line clear. And you're not fighting any AI, you're just trying to get all your blocks below the line. As you continue on in this mode, the rate that the blocks climb at on their own increases, as well as you have to clear more lines. And so yeah, not gonna lie, not the most fun game mode, especially up front. And I've always been a big fan of how the fanfare gets bigger as your combo gets bigger too. In the N64 Pokemon one, Pokemon Puzzle League, I remember the line clear mode a bit more distinctly, as you were... It's not clear if you were playing as Team Rocket or technically against Team Rocket. But Team Rocket was there, but they also mixed in the 3D mode, which basically is just a bigger board that looks like that is wrapped around itself to look like a cylinder. And I'm not even sure it's actually bigger. I don't know how I did that. Round clear, so yeah. Look at me, I'm lack 2. When you form a combo or chain, the panel stop rising for a while and the stack is stopped. Mr. Time will appear on the screen. Time is everything in this game. Keep practicing and be persistent. Like a rash. Meant to do that. I don't know how much more of this I'll play. We may end up going back to verse. Not that I intended for this to be a super long stream, but, you know, more than an hour and a half would be nice. Okay. I mean, at least with the versus mode, you're, you know, playing against the computer player, and actually have to adapt to how they're playing, which in my case is just straight up better than me, but this, all you got is speed and score, and I ain't really putting a leaderboard or nothing, so... Whoops, went a little too far. No. Oh, background, something moved on my screen behind the game. It was just the background is set to a cycle, and for like the first time ever, I think I saw it cycle. Um, I think I need to start a new one since we are... Oh, crap. Since we were down, I'll continue. Howdy there, Cowboy Yoshi. Now I need to be careful not to accidentally fast forward. Now that it's been bound. Like I had said before, this is also just a generally solid soundtrack on this game. Oops, wrong button. Suck it, Penguin. Sorry, Bumpty and Mr. Freezy. Or whatever his name was. Darg. Shit. Never mind. I thought it got more off in that combo than it actually did. There we go. Got the dog. Okay. Hmm. Ah. There we go. Oh hey, Frog, you're alive again. What was being dead like? I don't think I ever finished my thought about why Yoshi for this. But basically it boils down to a lot of the time Yoshi was getting puzzle games shoveled off onto him. Like there was Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi Avalanche. No wait, it was Kirby Avalanche, I think. And then just Yoshi was a game. Not what I want to do, but it'll have to do. I think Frog might be mad at me for letting him die and also not actually remembering his name. we'll give it one more try. Today might just end up being a bit of a shorter stream because I can't really squeeze anything else out of it and I don't have anything else prepared. And to be honest, I forgot to prepare something until about half hour before I was getting to go live. And I don't like doing that. So we've got a few more days until Deltarune happens. So I need to come up with something more substantial to do in the meantime. I do have at least one more stream because Slay the Spire 2 has gotten another moderately sized update. And so I'm going to be checking that out. I'm dumb. Very dumb. What the fuck did I eat for dinner? Oh, right. Hey, he died first. Counts as a win in my book. And the game's book, too. Which is much more important. What do you think penguin tastes like? I think I would eat it if I had the opportunity. Now I would, thinking about it, I'd have to make sure my nephew doesn't ever find out because he fucking loves penguins. They're like his favorite animal. So if he found out that I ate one, he would be far from a happy camper. But this is all a hypothetical penguin that does not exist. Good job ruining it, dumbass. Doesn't matter, Penguin killed himself. I think I would try eating almost any animal, except dog or cat, or people. Not that I'm not curious what people taste like. But I'm not gonna, you know, do that. Not in any hurry to ever figure out what, like, rat or mouse tastes like either. You know, vermin. Animals. I might be dead. There we go. Don't know how I did that. Shit. What else is going on? I think I'm gonna save Celia's stupid ROM hack for after Deltarune. That's just how I'm feeling it right now. But in the meantime, I've only got like a stream planned out. Let's see. I guess there was like one more Super Nintendo game we had when I was a kid. I didn't play a ton of it, but at least not until I was a teenager / young adult. I could give that a try. I know my brother eventually went back and beat it, but I don't think I ever have. And that was the Super Star Wars game. Frog has once again died. Anyways, welcome to the team, Frog. So glad I decided to move out of the spot where I already had a combo lined up. If I were to stream Super Star Wars, I definitely would not be playing the whole thing, as I know it gets a bit bullshit in later levels. Or I remember it getting a bit bullshit in later levels, I should say. Okay, I'm struggling to keep up with the speed now. Ooh, thank you for dying first, Blarg. I'm free. Alright, fish. One small change that they did in the Pokemon Puzzle League version of the game is it's a different sound when when the player or a computer gets a combo compared to just matching the blocks. So it's more obvious to know when you're fucked. Oh, shit. See here, stream's been going 2 hours. How to improve? Nah. Shit, wrong button. Endless is endless. Time trial, you get limited time, you try to get a high score. Stage clear, the line clear, puzzles, verse. And if you did 2-player game, it's just time trial or versus. Versus is just playing to play, like you're throwing garbage at each other. Time trial, you're just going to see who can get highest score. I know that once you beat super hard and you don't lose, and Yoshi never loses, you can then play as the bad guys during multiplayer mode, but like unlocking the super hard mode, it's done by a controller combination. But I don't feel like looking it up. So it's been 2 hours. That's a okay stream, especially since I didn't mention it earlier. I undershot how long I'm gonna be able to stream for. It's not a week of streams. I am able to stream until like the 2nd of July. So we've got time. And hopefully I'll come up with things to actually stream instead of just pulling something out of my ass at the last second. Anyways, thanks for coming by. I'll see you tomorrow.